Welcome to my English class, led by the teacher NguyĩnThanhThuỷ on BNN channel. Please like, share, and subscribe for the next lesson. Before the lesson, you should prepare your student book, English 10 French Global. Are you ready? English 10, Unit 1, Feelings. Student book 1F. Reading. Painless. I can understand a text about an unusual medical condition. Now open your student book, page 16. Now we try to play a game together. The game Choosing Right Rocket. Guess the shy. Are you ready? Now read it and try to choose the best answer. Shouldn't enter at night, may not enter at own cost, can enter but don't let owner see you. Which one can you do? For example, this. Oh, it's wrong.
Correct.
Exactly. May not enter at own cost.
Correct.
Now look at the picture and choose the best answer. Close your eyes. Don't worry about your head. Mind your head. Which one can you do? Oh, it's wrong.
Correct.
Exactly. Mind your head.
Correct.
Now look at the picture and choose the best answer. Electric shock wrist. Stand right here, please. Eat some snacks. Now which one can you do? I think it's quite usual. You can see a lot.
Correct.
Exactly. Electric shock wrist.
Correct.
Look at the picture and try to guess the meaning. Caution waste floor. Highly flammable. Do your homework. No, it's wrong.
Correct.
Highly flammable.
Correct.
Now look at the picture and try to guess. Put your hand up. Hip hop never dies. Slippery when wet.
Correct.
Exactly. Slippery when wet.
Correct.
I think it's easy for you. Just smoke freely. No smoking here. Don't eat cigarette.
Correct.
Exactly. No smoking here.
Correct.
Now we study some vocabulary. Look at the picture, listen twice and try to guess the meaning.
Injury. Injury.
What does it mean? Physical harm or damage done to a living thing. It is noun.
Injury.
What about verb?
Injure. Injure. Injure.
Look at the picture and try to guess the meaning.
Blood. Blood.
The red liquid that is sent around the body by the heart and that is necessary for life. It is noun.
Blood.
So what about verb?
Bleed. Bleed.
What does it mean? Look at this.
Bruise. Bruise.
A place on a person's skin that is darker from bleeding under the skin, usually from an injury.
Sprain. Sprain.
Both noun and verb. Look at the pictures and try to guess the meaning. An injury to a joint, a place where two bones are connected, caused by a sudden movement. Second, you guess the meaning.
Sprain.
Both noun and verb.
Burn.
Now look at the picture and try to guess the meaning.
Burn. Burn.
To be hurt, damaged, or destroyed by fire or extreme heat, or to cause this to happen. Now we have some phrases. Listen and try to guess the meaning.
Unusual medical condition. Unusual medical condition. Natural warning. Natural warning. Genetic disorder. Genetic disorder. Pain signal. Pain signal. Fall, trip, slip over. Fall, trip, slip over.
Can you guess the meaning? To trip or stumble and almost fall as a result of bumping into someone or something with one's feet.
Sprain your ankle, wrist. Sprain your ankle, wrist.
When the ankle or wrist is forced to move out of its normal position. Now listen again and try to focus on stress.
Injury. Injury. Injure. Injure. Blood. Blood. Bleed. Bleed. Bruise. Bruise. Sprain. Sprain. Burn. 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 Natural warning. Natural warning. Genetic disorder. Genetic disorder. Pain signal. Pain signal. Genetic disorder. Fall, trip, slip over. Fall, trip, slip over. Unusual medical condition. Unusual medical condition.
Now practice reading louder vocabulary. Listen and repeat twice.
Injury. Injury. Injure. Injure. Blood. Blood. Bleed. Bleed. Bruise. Bruise. Sprain. Sprain. Burn. Burn. Natural warning. Natural warning. Genetic disorder. Genetic disorder. Pain signal. Pain signal. Fall, trip, slip over. Fall, trip, slip over. Unusual medical condition. Unusual medical condition.
Proper name. Listen and try to focus on stress.
Ashlyn Blocker. Ashlyn Blocker.
Now practice reading louder proper names.
Ashlyn Blocker. Ashlyn Blocker.
Number 1. Speaking. Look at the titles of the text and the 4 warning signs. From A to D, what is the connection? What do you think the text will be about? This is the title, A Life Without Pain, and some warning signs. Now what is the connection? Can you guess? They are about pain and danger. What do you think the text will be about? The text will be about the warning danger. Now read the reading strategy, then read the text quickly to get a general idea of the meaning. Were your ideas in exercise 1 correct? Reading strategy. When you do a matching test, follow these steps. Read the text to get a general ideas of the meaning. Do not worry if you do not understand every word. Number 2, read the text and own the options carefully. Number 3, read the paragraphs of the text carefully one by one and match them to the correct option. Number 4, check that the extra options do not match with any of the paragraphs. Now I try to complain for you in Vietnamese. It's better for you to understand clearly. Đây cô sẽ hướng dẫn lại cho các bạn, giải thích lại cho các bạn bằng tiếng Việt cho các bạn dễ hiểu hơn. Phần reading strategy. Khi các bạn làm các giảng bài matching text, đó tức là tìm đối tượng phù hợp, thì chúng ta làm theo các bước sau. Trước hết là gì? Đọc lướt qua bài để tìm ý chính. Và chúng ta cũng đừng quá lo lắng nếu chúng ta nhìn thấy một vài từ chúng ta không biết nghĩa. Number 2, thứ hai là chúng ta sẽ đọc cái yêu cầu của bài hay cái nhiệm vụ của bài và những phần lựa chọn, gọi là text and option. Text là những cái phần lựa chọn. Thông thường thì phần lựa chọn người ta sẽ cho nhiều hơn số lượng đoạn văn của bài đọc. Bước 3, chúng ta sẽ đọc từng đoạn văn một cách cẩn thận, sau đó nối với một cái lựa chọn nào đó phù hợp. Và bước cuối cùng chúng ta sẽ đọc những lựa chọn mà chúng ta bỏ sót, còn lại chúng ta không chọn ấy. Và để kiểm tra xem liệu chúng ta đã lựa chọn thích hợp chưa, những lựa chọn còn lại có phải là những lựa chọn không cần sử dụng hay không. Now read the text quickly to get a general idea of the meaning. Now listen.
Track 1.13.
All children hurt themselves from time to time. But when 13-year-old Ashlyn Blocker gets injured, she doesn't realize it. Once, when she burned herself, she only knew about it when she looked at her skin. There was always something different about Ashlyn. As a baby, she didn't cry. When she was 8 months old, her parents noticed there was some blood in her eye, so they took her to see a doctor. The doctor found a serious cut in her eye and was shocked. Why didn't the baby cry? Tests showed that Ashlyn had a very unusual medical condition. She couldn't feel any pain. This condition is very rare. Many people who have it die of it. Pain is a natural warning that you're ill or injured. People who can't feel pain just don't realise they're in danger. The first few years of Ashlyn's life were very difficult. She often tripped and injured herself. Once, she broke her ankle, but she didn't stop running. During school breaks, one teacher watched Ashlyn all the time in the playground, and they had to search for cuts, bruises, or other injuries. When she was 5, Ashlyn's story appeared in newspapers and on TV. Scientists studied her condition and found she has a genetic disorder that means pain signals do not reach her brain. Unfortunately, at the moment, there is no hope of a cure, and as Ashlyn knows, a life without pain is both difficult and dangerous.
Now, general idea of the meaning. Can you? The story is about Ashlyn, a 13-year-old girl who cannot feel the pain. Due to this, her life is difficult and dangerous. Number 3. Then read the text again. Match the questions below with paragraphs from A to E of the text. In which paragraph does the writer tell us? Number 1. When doctors realized Ashlyn had a medical problem. 2. What causes her condition? 3. What happened when she burned her hands? 4. Why some people died from this condition? 5. How school life for Ashlyn was unusual. Now listen again and try to answer the question. Now listen.
Track 1.13.
All children hurt themselves from time to time. But when 13-year-old Ashlyn Blocker gets injured, she doesn't realise it. Once, when she burned herself, she only knew about it when she looked at her skin. There was always something different about Ashlyn. As a baby, she didn't cry. When she was 8 months old, her parents noticed there was some blood in her eye, so they took her to see a doctor. The doctor found a serious cut in her eye and was shocked. Why didn't the baby cry? Tests showed that Ashlyn had a very unusual medical condition. She couldn't feel any pain. This condition is very rare. Many people who have it die of it. Pain is a natural warning that you're ill or injured. People who can't feel pain just don't realise they're in danger. The first few years of Ashlyn's life were very difficult. She often tripped and injured herself. Once, she broke her ankle, but she didn't stop running. During school breaks, one teacher watched Ashlyn all the time in the playground, and they had to search for cuts, bruises, or other injuries. When she was 5, Ashlyn's story appeared in newspapers and on TV. Scientists studied her condition and found she has a genetic disorder that means pain signals do not reach her brain. Unfortunately, at the moment, there is no hope of a cure, and as Ashlyn knows, a life without pain is both difficult and dangerous.
Now we try to go together. In which paragraph does the writer tell us? When doctors realized Ashlyn had a medical problem. Now look at the paragraph B. Tests showed that Ashlyn had a very unusual medical condition. She couldn't feel any pain. So number 1, B. Number 2, what causes her condition? Look at paragraph E. Scientists studied her condition and found she has a genetic disorder that means pain signals do not reach her brain. So, number 2A. Number 3. What happened when she burned her hands? Now look at paragraph A. All children hurt themselves from time to time, but once when she burned herself, she only knew about it when she looked at her skin. So, number 3A. Number 4. Why some people die from this condition? Pain is a natural warning that you are injured. People who can't feel pain just don't realize they are in danger. So number 4, C. Number 5, how school life for Ashlyn was unusual. Now paragraph D. During school break, one teacher watched Ashlyn all the time in the playground, and they had to search for cuts, bruises, or other injuries. So number 5, D. Now check the answer yourself. Number 4, complete the questions using the question words below. Then take turn to ask and answer the question in pair. We have question word when, how, when, what, who, why. Number 1, it's done already. How did the doctor feel when he saw Ashlyn's eye injury? Okay, typing mistake. Ashlyn's eyes. So got one number 2. Which one can you do? Why? Why did Ashlyn cry when she was? Why didn't Ashlyn cry when she was a baby? Now why didn't Ashlyn cry when she was a baby? Number 3. Who watched Ashlyn carefully in the playground at school? Number 4. When did Ashlyn's story first appear in newspapers? Number 5. What is the cause of Ashlyn's medical condition? Now take turn to ask and answer the question in pair. Number 1. How did the doctor feel when he saw Ashlyn's eyes injury? We have, sorry, let me see. Now number 1 is done already. How did the doctor feel when he saw Ashlyn's eye injury? He was shocked because it was a serious injury. The answer in paragraph B, line 4. Now number 2. Why did Ashlyn cry when she was? Why didn't Ashlyn cry when she was a baby? How can you answer my question? Why didn't Ashlyn cry when she was a baby? She didn't cry when she was a baby because she couldn't feel any pain. In paragraph B, line 6. Number 3. Who watched Ashlyn carefully in the playground at school? Who watched Ashlyn carefully in the playground at school? Can you? A teacher watched her. Paragraph D, line 3. Number 4. When did Ashlyn's story first appear in newspapers? When did Ashlyn's story first appear in newspapers? Can you? It appeared when Ashlyn was 5. in paragraph E, line 1. And number 5, what is the cause of Ashlyn's medical condition? What is the cause of Ashlyn's medical condition? Can you? It is a genetic disorder. Pain signals do not reach the brain. In paragraph E, line 3. Now try to work in group. We should discuss. So what about number 5? Vocabulary. 5 words in the text to do with accidents and injuries. Then complete gap from 1 to 7 below. Accidents and injuries. Verbs: burned, cut, hurt, in. Can you? Injure yourselves, yourself, your hand. Burn, cut, hurt, injures yourself, your hands, etc. For number 2, trip, sleep over. Phone, trip, sleep over. Number 3, break your arm, finger, etc. Break your arm, finger, etc. Please sprain your ankle or wrist, hurt. Example, my leg hurts. What about nouns and phrases? Number 4, pluck a broken arm, finger, etc. Number 5, a bruise. Number 6, a burn, a cut. Number 7, an injury, sprain, pain. Now try to correct the answer, please. Number 6, speaking. Work in group. Tell your classmates about a time when you hurt or injured yourself. Use vocabulary from exercise 5. For example, I broke my arm when I was 6 years old. Or another example, I burned myself when I was on my holiday. Or you can say, my brother sprained his ankle when he ran across the road. Now, play a game. Mining game. Now let's play. You should fill in the blank. I slipped over the banana when I. You can use present continuous. I slipped over the banana when I, for example, was walking along the street 2 hours ago. It is my example. You can try to answer yourself. Now try to answer yourself. I sprained my ankle when I. Can you? For example, I sprained my ankle when I was running yesterday morning. Now, try to answer yourself. I cut my finger when I was cooking dinner last Sunday. Can you? I broke my arm when I. was playing tennis with my friend. This is my example. Can you? I burned my hand when I was lighting candles on my close friend's birthday. Can you? Now homework. Prepare next lesson. Speaking. Review all new vocabulary. Practice talking about a time when you hurt or injured yourself. Now listen again and try to learn by heart. Try to remember vocabulary.
Injury. Injury. Injure. Injure. Blood. Blood. Bleed. Bleed. Bruise. Bruise. Sprain. Sprain. Burn. Burn. Natural warning. Natural warning. Genetic disorder. Genetic disorder. Pain signal. Pain signal. Fall, trip, slip over. Fall, trip, slip over. Unusual medical condition. Unusual medical condition.
Thank you very much for your attention. Please like, share and subscribe for the next lesson. Goodbye.